Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters. Inshallah, today we continue with verse number 19 from Surah Al-Baqarah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us a second parable or a second example of the state of the munafiq, the hypocrite. We know the first one we talked about was مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا. Their example is like those or the one who asks for fire to light his way, to get some light in his way. In this example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us something similar, but there are more beautiful meanings in it that we can extract. So the first one, Allah says, "أو كصيب من السماء." There says like someone who's walking on a rainy night, or someone in a rainy night. فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق. It's full of darkness, and the darkness is resulting from the fact that it's night, the fact that the moon is covered with all the clouds because of the rain that's coming down. So, and this darkness is a symbol of their disbelief. So the darkness in the munafiq, because of his disbelief, is similar to that darkness that is caused by the night and by the clouds that is covering the moon. فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق. In addition to the fact that there is darkness, there is also ra'd, which is thunder. And some of the mufassirun mention that thunder is or ra'd is the name of an angel. But the hadith in this regard is not authentic, and there is nothing marfu' ila nabi, nothing that the Prophet ﷺ himself said about the ra'd or thunder being an angel. And the scholars say that it could be something from the Israeliyat, so we cannot believe in that, or we cannot, at the same time, we cannot deny. But we don't have any clear hadith where the Prophet ﷺ says that thunder or ra'd is an angel or the name of an angel. However, we have some narrations that are authentic that tell us what to say when we hear the sound of thunder, and some of them will protect us from thunder, from lightning and thunder bolts that could hit us or could harm us. So the hadith, the dua about it is سبحان الذي يسبح الرعد بحمده والملائكة من خيفته, which is mentioned in Surah Al-Ra'd. And another narration attributed to Ibn Abi Zakaria, he said that whoever says Subhanallah wa bihamdi when they hear the sound of thunder, they will not be harmed by any of the thunderbolt or um, the lightning bolts. So this is what we should say inshallah when we hear the sound of thunder. The second thing is ظلمات ورعد وبرق, and then lightning. So lightning is usually involving some light as well. So the scholars like Tabari and others, they said that what is meant by the lightning here is the clearness of the Quran, how clear the clarity of the Quran. So it's so clear to them that at the same time it's scary, because the next part says يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت, that they put their fingers in their ears out of fear of the thunderbolts or the lightning bolts that could cause them to death. So basically this is in reference to the fact that they know that the Quran is so clear, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could reveal something in the Quran to tell the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam about the truth of these traitors who are trying to kill the Prophet and kill everyone from the inside. And this, if the truth is revealed in the Quran to the Muslims and to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, of course death will come to these people because they are committing high treason. So they are putting their fingers in their ears out of fear that the Quran will reveal something and tell the Prophet ﷺ about the reality of these people. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Wallahu muhitun bil kafirin. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is muhitun bil kafirin, meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is surrounding them in the sense that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on the day of judgment, the entire earth and everything will be in His hand, and other scholars said that it means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about them and is in control of them, and they will never get away with what they have been doing. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from nifaq, protect us from hypocrisy, and make us of those who are not in a state of confusion or in a state of fear. Like subhanAllah, imagine that person on that rainy night full of thunder and lightning bolts, and everywhere he goes, and it's so dark and he doesn't know where to go, where to hide. This is the feeling of these people who know that they are going against the truth, who know that if they die at any moment, that they will go to Jahannam, who know that the Quran could reveal the truth about them. But here is something very important to think about. The Prophet ﷺ, when he was told, why don't you kill the munafiqeen? He said, people will say that Muhammad is killing his own friends. So this is a big reminder for us that when the news spread, it's not always in the same way that it happened. So the Prophet ﷺ knows that people will spread the news saying that Muhammad is killing his own companions, not killing the munafiqeen or the people committing high treason. Also, this is something that was used by the scholars who said that we can never, or the judge or the ruler of the country can never punish somebody based on what he alone knows about that person. There has to be witnesses, there has to be evidence, etc. So we cannot judge someone based on what we think is in their heart, or based on what we think we know is in their heart. So we leave what's in the hearts of people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we judge based on the evidence and based on the testimony of trustworthy witnesses, etc. Jazakumullah khairan, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.